We're back. Let's try and get this thing done today. I'm stretching.
If you ever end up watching Avatar.
I'm a healer, but I kill everything. Wait, that is her job.
I'm a healer, but
I kill it. I had to get myself situated. I had to get myself situated.
Oh yeah, what more?
I said no. Until I pressed this click. The guy's like, well.
Everybody's had like a moment kind of like that, but not to that extreme.
They're like,
where it's just like,
do you guys like my screensaver? That's all
I've seen teachers that had kind of similar things. Not with that extreme where they had something open and they quickly
close it. Yeah, I've seen that too.
And then you're like, what? They just close out, you know? Because they do it super quick.
Oh, is that what was in the way?
Oh, and then that's tilted a little bit.
Oh, it's better. It's at least it's a little better. Wait, did no one die?
Carnival creatures. I'm saying carnival because of the balloons and stuff.
Yeah. Hey, Presley, come on. I hate this one's not my favorite level because you see all these creatures, they're all around me. And this balloon guy's in the way because he's
with the spiky hairdo.
Yeah. Because he can stop your teammates from getting any items. Dark Souls players only. Yeah, because praise the sun. Yeah, praise the sun because...
That's why I say praise the sun, like with Weak Fit Trainer. Because it's like, praise the sun.
I do that because there's one guy in Dark Souls that says praise the sun. He's, and he became a... It's funny, he's a character that dies, you know, but people really like him. I killed him. I killed him when I got to the point where he got corrupted. Because he gets corrupted and you have to kill him. I had to kill him. So. Over time, after you start killing all of the Dark Lords, like the main bosses, the 4 of them, characters start getting corrupted over time. You know what I
was gonna say, should we start talking about games and movies again? But then we're already doing that. So.
Yeah. See, where you didn't get to was you got half core of the way through. You haven't gotten to the point where you have to kill a Dark Lord yet. Right now, where you got was. You met up. You're about to kill that spider lady. This is lava spider lady. She's not a difficult boss. It just takes time to learn how to fight her. And after you do that, you ring the last bell. And when you ring that last bell, you go back to your beginning hub, and you meet a snake creature that talks to you.
Fucking bullshit. Fucking bullshit.
It doesn't seem real, you know what I mean? It doesn't seem real, but it surprises me that it is. But yeah, you meet up with this snake creature and it tells you what you need to do. You know what I mean? It tells you what you need to do, and then once you do that, you go and complete the final level. Go and kill the Dark Lords. I mean, I guess you can kind of do it, you know, before everything, but I don't see a reason why you would go and do that until you know what you have to do. Although, I try to replay it again, but I just can't do it. I can't replay the first one. After beating it, I just can't do it. The third one I can do, you know? I can go back and play it over and over again, because the third one was a fun one. Other than that... Oh yeah, and I forgot this thing. This thing controls my Pikmins until it leaves.
The spider
you
thing?
Stupid bitch. Yeah, this
thing. You stupid bitch.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Leave my Pikmin alone. Get out of here. Dude, I'm chunking as hell. I'm chunking as hell.
You stupid bitch.
I was chunking as hell. Come on, come on. Do you think you're gonna get away? You're not getting away. Yeah. You know why I killed these spiders, right? Because those ones will instant kill any non-yellow Pikmin with that attack right there. The fire ones, I don't worry that much because they're fire type, you know.
And then there's a blue one.
The blue ones just shoot water. Other than that, the purple ones just shoot poison. Other than that, not really much. So some of these guys are kind of easy to kill. Come on, kill them already.
Remember when we first started doing these hangouts? We'd mostly do like Call of Duty and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And then we started transitioning to doing other things.
Well, because we got
like other multiplayer games, and then we started doing single-player games.
Yeah, because we started to get used to it. We started getting better.
Like before we even started doing the recordings, we did a lot of Call of Duty.
Yeah, we did.
And then we started recording the Call of Duty.
And then we started doing our own stuff. Yeah. Because it was just fun just to do that. You just play and talk while you're playing. You just have fun just doing what you like, you know? Just try to keep yourself entertained, and you can, while you do that, you make other people entertained. Ah, come on, you stupid.
The 2 views we get.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you keep anyone entertained.
Except for the videos that have like 50+ views.
Which is surprising. Is the weird ones, you know? I just don't expect those to get that many views.
Half of them are older videos, and some of them are newer videos.
Depends on which videos get shown up.
If we ever get to the point of having like 1,000 views per video or more, we would just look back to now and just be like,
wow, we have definitely
just like 50 views used to be a lot.
Yeah, 50 views used to be a lot. Wait, is that pumpkin?
It's just the progression.
That's a pumpkin.
Jack-o'-lantern. Oh, yeah. It's a jack-o'-lantern without the candle.
Okay, now I gotta get poisons. Come on. No, I'll use all of them. This one see. There's certain levels in this one I don't like. For example, this one, would you have to go all the way around using all your Pikmins to use all the different things like this. What did we stop? So the last thing we stopped was talking about movies. Yeah. But
like we were talking about horror movies and stuff, and basically saying that we don't really care for well, I didn't really care for slashers that much.
Yeah. And then
in middle school, I watched a lot of different horror movies because I guess at the time I was just into that genre a little bit more, but I totally forgot about that too until we started talking about it. I was like, oh, I guess I did watch a lot of horror movies.
Yeah, it's funny.
And then I watched movies like Blair Witch and stuff, where after watching I was like, yeah, boring.
Yeah. And then I told you I disliked a lot of those movies that have to do with camera-based. I never thought those were
And like, I didn't really care for
Scream. We also saw that Scream.
For like the Freddy Krueger movies, or or any of those really. Like all the all the slashers and stuff that everybody likes, I never really cared for. I mean, I gave them a try. I really couldn't get into them.
Yeah, that's fair. Not all of those movies are actually good. Some of them are though, but not all.
I've watched plenty of horror movies, and some of them are fine. But then there's others where it's just like, I could have went without watching it. It just felt like a waste of time.
You know what's funny? Okay, so I still watch a lot of horror movies. I was watching Insidious. I watched Insidious when it first came out.
Insidious was better than Paranormal Activity, hands down.
And then I watched Sinister. You know what Sinister was, right? The one where they put the videotape in and it was a bunch of different murders.
I think I've seen that one.
I watched the first one, thought that one was scary.
And then the last one is like his own or something like that.
It was the two kids where they both saw it was two kids this time. And the kid has to save his mom from his brother. It's like,
So I remember watching one of like this person was watching these tapes, and one of them was called Pool Party.
oh yeah,
and
that's the
they
first
were all
one. Yeah.
drowned and whatnot.
Yeah, that's the first one.
I never remembered what it was called. I just remembered that it was like at each tape he watched, more and more activity happened until
that's
until
sinister.
he got to the point where he's like, shit, maybe I shouldn't watch it, but it was already too late.
Yeah, that's sinister. Yeah. The only way.
And I was like, that was a weird movie.
There's no way to stop it because
Once you
okay, there's actually one way to stop it. Don't leave the house ever. Stay in the house, because as soon as you leave the house, you give it a new opportunity, a new video to make. You just stay in the house forever. Well, yeah, because the thing is though, it's the first person who watches it is the one that gets taken over, and the kid was the first one to watch it, so that's what happened.
See, it felt like a better concept than Paranormal Activity.
Well, yeah,
But it was still one of those movies after I watched it, I was like, I don't know.
Paranormal Activity is a weird one. I just
The
did not like it.
first one was fine, but at the same time it was eh.
It's
I don't
boring.
know why I watched 4 of them.
I watched them all too. Man.
And each time I watched one, I was like, this is worse than the other one.
Every time I watched
And then the next one was like, this. Why am I?
Why is it
I'm like, okay,
worse?
I'll give one more try. And I was like, yeah, no.
It's getting worse and worse. Why am I still watching this? Every time I watch one, it gets even worse. Not as in scary, but as in horrible.
And in most of those, I mean, at least half the horror movies, I don't even remember what they're called. Like, occasionally I'll just watch one, and there was one where there was this murder or whatever, and then by the end, she was saving her little brother, and then she ended up killing the dude or something. I don't even remember what it was.
I don't know. I don't never heard of it.
Oh, yeah. It was like, the killer ended up being like some maintenance man that kept changing things in their house, and then she found out, and then he tried to kill them or something, and then she ended up
this looks fun.
killing him
Being
instead.
surrounded by water and this thing. Yeah, this is getting more and more fun.
And I don't even remember what that one was called, so I wouldn't even be able to say.
I can't.
There's just a lot of different horror movies like that where I would see, and then but I don't even remember what they're called, so there's no way. There's only like me being able to describe it a little bit.
Here, let me find where the treasure is before I reset it one. Nope.
I think it was like anybody that they knew, like all of a sudden they would end up dead because of the dude or something. I don't know.
I never seen that before. Yeah, I'm restarting it. I never heard that one before that. Yeah.
It wasn't that bad. That one wasn't that bad. See, it's like the less known movies like that seem to end up
pretty good, yeah.
End up better than the ones like that you hear of, like Paranormal Activity and whatnot. It's just like, eh.
A movie called The Conjuring.
I feel like I have.
It has the Annabelle doll on it. Yeah. That one.
Like I said, I watched a lot of horror movies through my middle school.
Yeah, that
from
one.
Like, if I were to guess, probably from like 4th grade to like end of middle school. Then I was like, by the end of middle school, I was like, eh. It started kind of going away. Just like they're just. There's only so much you can watch before it starts going. You pretty much start predicting how they make how the plot ends up, and then so it just gets boring.
I know what you mean. I watched The Conjuring. The Conjuring was fine. The second one. No, sorry. I don't know. I don't remember what the second one was about.
Yeah, I think I heard there was a second one. I was like, I don't care.
Remember the second one. I don't remember the first one. You ever watch? I never watched Annabelle movies. You know, those are the ones I just never really saw an interest in watching. And I don't know why. It's not that they're scary. It's just I just never saw an interest in watching them. But I did watch all the Insidious movies. There was a lot of them, man. There was a lot of Insidious movies. I think 3 serious movies. That was surprising. At a certain point, it's like how much.
I only watched the first one, and then when I heard there's a second one, just never got to it.
At a certain point, you gotta ask
Because
yourself.
the first one was fine. I liked the first one.
At a certain point, you gotta ask yourself, how much more can they go with it? How much more?
I thought it was basically done after the first one, and then I heard there's a second one. I was like, oh, I wonder what they did with the second one.
It wasn't over with yet because of the.
Because I remember the ending. It was like, oh, I could see them doing a sequel, but at the same time, I didn't know what they were gonna do.
Yeah, it was apparently. Do you remember? So you remember what happened at the end of the first one, where it looked like he went nuts and decided to kill his family? You know?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that didn't happen.
Like he was taken over at the end of the
He
first
was
one.
taken over, but the idea that he was gonna kill his family.
So
he did kill her though. The old lady.
The old lady.
Yeah, he did kill her.
Yeah, because I remember that at the end he killed her, and it was like, oh, that's nice.
Yeah, the old lady did die. Yeah, let's just get that out of it. Yeah, she did die. Yeah, but the idea that he killed everyone, he's gonna kill his family. No, that didn't happen. But he did kill her. Kill her. She died. She not alive. Then now they got more and more interesting. You know, I mean, you learn more about the dad. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, they're pretty good. They're pretty good. They did wrap up at the end. It did get a good wrapping up story.
And then when I try to think of other horror movies I've watched, I have to like start trying to think of like the plot, because like I said, I don't really remember the names of them. And then so like
I'm trying to think of other horror movies I watched.
Or have watched.
Do you like Final Destination?
Never watched them, I don't think.
Really?
I remember when I was younger, I think there's one on TV, and then I seen a bit of it, and then it kind of like.
Now okay, the first one was good. Okay, they all gonna die in a plane crash, and next thing you know, the guy has a vision of them all dying in a plane crash, flips out, and they all run and they all leave. Okay, the ones that are in the movie leave. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
They all start dying off because that was their destiny. Their destiny was to die in that plane crash. But he stopped their destiny from coming past, so the destiny has to work itself back into place and kill them off. The problem is though, after the first one, they all try to find a way to. The whole thing of the movie is trying to find out how to stop themselves from dying. Okay, you know what I mean? Like in the second one, it's one of them has to have birth. So it would rewrite the entire thing, being that they should have died in the first place. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The first one, I don't remember what their idea was, but whatever happens, okay. After the first one, it became into torture porn.
Mm-hmm.
For example, like people, like the only horrible thing in the first one is someone gets beheaded. You get what I mean? You know? But after that,
Was there like a thing in any of the Final Destinations where like there's like some like log truck and then all the logs fell off?
that's
or
the second
something?
one.